Alright, welcome back to Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. We're in the final video for Golden Dragon GP. We are going to be fighting our way through the 64th floor, 65th, I don't know what level this is. Who cares? It does not matter to me. To get the part that we need for our bike so that we can race the Smoking King correctly, which will be a fantastic race, a race of epic proportions, unlike anything you've ever seen before. Travis has the ability to throw blue shells. You know, the Smoking King is going to throw a banana peel at us. Travis is going to slip on it. It's some really crazy stuff. And because the Smoking King is playing the Wii version, it's going to be completely broken. And the weapon balancing is completely just wrong. So the fight with Smoking King isn't actually just the race, which I think would have been cool and would have made this stand out a little bit more. Like, okay, you fight him, you gotta fight him, it's an action game. But I think it would have been neat just to, you know, just change things up a little bit. Have the race be difficult, have it be a long race, like multifaceted, and I think that would have been a cool idea, but that's not what happens. This one's just annoying. Like, these enemies aren't even sort of a threat. You know, they take one hit no matter what you attack them with. It's going to be one hit. It's just tedious. Thankfully, that did build up my bar, so I'm at level 2 right now. So the next set of annoying enemies, I can just unleash on them. Unless they hit me first, but, you know. Or I wasted here. It's entirely possible, yeah, I got hit first, never mind. That fuck off wasn't just from Travis, it was from me too, because I was annoyed. This game was released on the Kinect. You should be able to shout fuck off and suck me and, you know, eat ass, whatever Travis says. And then that's how you do attacks, is just by cursing at the game. Which, to be fair, does sound like something Suda would do if he was to make a Kinect game. Get this guy out of here. These guys are pretty fun to fight. I like these guys. I like a lot of the bigger enemies. They're also very fun to just throw around. This level, I don't know why, they love just throwing tons of really annoying, like, small enemies at you. Like, they're not the most annoying enemies in the game, but they are, there's a lot of them. I don't know why I wasted that. I should have waited for, like, enemies that take more than one hit to kill. So they'll just start throwing these guys in, which is honestly pretty good. Because basically they're just free experience, which is a-okay with me. This is the floor that you need to be on to get Jean, so keep that in mind. But the layout is different each time, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, the 64th floor is what you need to be on. This room is maybe one of the only, like, really annoying ones. Fighting these guys one-on-one is fine, but, like, 3-on-1 is kind of annoying. And see, there you go. That guy just ignored my doppelganger and was still just attacking me. That is not fair. It's not fun, and I would like a refund, Mr. Suda. Mr. 51. Also, I don't know if... Okay, there, I just got my answer. I didn't even have to ask. I was gonna say, I don't know if it runs out based on time or damage, but I guess it's both. It's either or, whichever one. If it's not getting attacked, it'll just blow up, I guess. So we're gonna get rid of the doppelganger chip just because it stinks and I don't want it. I think what I switch it with, I will switch back. I don't think I use this one. This is a bad man chip, so we shan't be using this one. Sorry, Travis, not for you. And there we go, we got the next chip that we need. Getting chips galore. I agree, Travis, that was pretty awesome. So that is the last, well, not really the last of that level that we're going to see, because we're going to have to come back, but that is the last of it with enemies and having to actually go to the goal at the end. We'll be back for Gene, but that's about it. So we got the studio that screwed up Aliens, Gearbox, haha, Colonial Marines, funny game. I guess they also fucked up Battleborn. Was that the name of that game? The game that you see in every single $5 bin, which should probably be worth less now because didn't they shut the servers down? So here we go, we got the final race. This is with the Smoking King himself. This you can lose this one, but still really not that bad. The racing is not hard. I think it really depends on what kind of combination you get here with the gear shift. He is going to overtake you at one point, but just wait to use your boost, and then you'll be fine. I think this is really funny because if you were struggling with this, the game's going to say, now you don't actually get to finish the race, and he's just going to say, you know what, racing sucks, let's fight instead, which I think is hilarious. Like, if you were having an issue with this part, which, you know, I didn't, but I know some people that did, they're gonna go through this, maybe almost throw the controller at the wall, go, why does this suck so much? And then right when they're about to finally finish it, the rug gets pulled from right out under them, and they're like, what the fuck, I didn't get to finish the race. I think that's quite great. The popular opinion, or I don't know if it's the popular opinion, but it's the one that I remember. Smoking King may or may not represent Shinji Mikami, who Suda looked up to and worked with on Killer 7 and was kind of a veteran, you know, game designer, game developer at that point. Someone to look up to. So I think that's kind of interesting. I can kind of see it. You know, Smoking King, smoking is usually, at least in the video that I saw, smoking, you know, represents kind of a grizzled detective, someone wiser, someone a little older, and that could definitely represent Shinji Mikami. If this level is to represent his early days at Grasshopper, I could see that being a thing. But, you know, again, it's up for interpretation. I think maybe not specifically Shinji Mikami, but he could be representing really anybody else in the gaming industry. It could just be just a guy, just a developer, just the concept of what Suda wants to become. He wants to be a legendary game developer or something like that. So, I think that's interesting. I think it's a good concept. I think you can definitely throw that in there as a possibility. But can you race a fighter if you don't want to fight a racer? Look, if this is supposed to represent Shinji Mikami, it's not very flattering. It's just a big old fat guy who's past his prime. Like, are you saying, yeah, like, sure, I didn't like the Evil Within, but to say he's past his prime, Suda, that's rude. So this is probably one of my least favorite fights in the game. I don't like that he blocks. He has a lot of really annoying, like, area attacks that, you know, attack an entire area. I don't personally love it. Like, this attack is annoying. Very, very annoying. If you start attacking him right as he starts, you're basically fucked. Like, I was starting to attack him before I saw him doing that. And that's frustrating. So I decided, let me use the dash chip, because that should be better for getting away quickly. And it did actually help me quite a bit, so that is what I'll be using here. If I accidentally get stuck there, I'll just zoom away. Yeah, I don't like the idea of a boss that can just block like that. Like, that's annoying to me. Especially when you yourself cannot block. But he's fine. The song is fine. The fight is just kind of frustrating to me. So, this is not one of my favorite things. Again, if this is Shinji Mikami, man. I feel like Shinji Mikami is one, like, when I think of, like, great developers that I love, Shinji Mikami is one that I often overlook, despite the fact that he's directed some of the best games, like, ever made. Like, Resident Evil 4 is not my favorite in the series, but it is a game that I would absolutely consider to be a flawless game. Like, there's almost nothing in that game. Not even almost nothing. I would just straight up say nothing in that game that I would change. So, I would say that's a perfect game. But, you know, if I'm thinking about, like, Japanese directors specifically, my trinity would probably be Kojima, Hideki Kamiya, and Suda51. But Mikami is a very good, like, I love Resident Evil, I love Resident Evil Remake, I love Resident Evil 4. God Hand is fantastic. God Hand is like one of the best action games ever made. So yeah, it's just he's an overlooked developer in my pantheon of developers for some reason. Don't quite know why. Of course, he's produced great games. Killer 7. You know, he was one of the Platinum guys. You know, Beautiful Joe, stuff like that. Great stuff. That attack is also very annoying, because I feel like it happens so quickly I barely have time to dodge and, like, jump out of the way of it. So, you know, mostly stuff that I don't like in this fight. Shit you can't dodge. Attacks that are very fast that you can't see coming. You don't have enough time to deal with. And then his second phase is equally as annoying. You're pretty good. You tell me we didn't start yet? Yeah, this is also very annoying. They're just right in the way. They're like perfectly in the way of anything that you want to do as Travis. And I don't like that. So I'm going to try and heal here. I don't remember if I do or if I just die straight up. This is probably the only attack that he has that's like manageable to deal with. That big wall. Yeah, he just combos me here. There's nothing really I could do about that. I think I accidentally used that skill there. I don't believe I meant to do that. And I can't believe he blocked that. He should not be able to block that. In my opinion, that should be an unblockable attack. Yeah, well, I was close. But that's our first death in like a very, very, very long time. This game sucks! Great game over screen. So good. He does say other things, but I'm hoping to not have to show it. We got the best one off the bat in Life is Destroy.
Rest in peace.
Ouch. That one looked very painful, and I don't know why.
You win.
So yeah, didn't do as good in that one. It seems like good fight, bad fight, good fight, bad fight is how this playthrough's been going so far. That's okay, because the next boss battle is one of my favorites, so hopefully I get a good run of it. I haven't recorded it yet, so we'll see. Yeah, so that he does treat him with some respect. But, you know, he says he doesn't use any tricks, he's not underhanded. Could be just saying, literally, again, if this is supposed to be Shinji Mikami, like, you're just a good dude. I have no bad, you know. Even though we worked on Shadows of the Damned and that didn't come out how either of us wanted it to, you know, there's no animosity here. I can see it, definitely. You can read into it a lot. But it could also, he could just literally be the game industry overall. And yeah, Smoking King saying when we meet again, I'd like to see some races implemented in No More Heroes 3. I think that would be kind of neat. And to tie it into this would be cool too. Okay, I don't know what that means, but thank you. I wish the Valhalla shirt was better, I have to say. There's so many cute anime babes in that game, but Travis doesn't get to wear cute Valhalla anime babe on his shirt? That's nonsense. This is a conspiracy, I'm telling you. This game was rigged right from the start. It was a strange video game world. It seemed like I'd been living in both the past and future Japan for years. The illusion was that I'd been here for 3 years. Living here inside this game is one possible option. Wonder what sort of life I'd live as a racer. I'd like to see Smoking King back when he was a sumo wrestler. I miss that tiny, crowded room. I was filled with a kind of nostalgia. Dr. Juvenile seems to have been greatly influenced by racing games. I too am a huge fan of the racing games imported from Japan. Juve has pretty good taste in games. I agree, Travis. So, now we have completed yet another level in Travis Strikes Again. Got some faxes, Gene's missing again, we got some faxes from Kay. And, yeah, Badman's just, I guess, practicing his swing? I don't know. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna read this in full in another video, so just ignore that I'm even looking at it here. Just pretend that I had a brain aneurysm that's forcing me to look at this right now. So that is just about it for this video. I'm, you know, a little upset that that level's over because I do like it, but gotta move on. Gotta kill the past, as it were. So that is the end of this video. Join me next time where we head into the next scenario and Travis strikes back. So see you then.